This is episode 118 of the Rise Up Podcast. We're a morning radio show hosted by Steve and Tim on Family Life, a network of stations across New York and Pennsylvania. This podcast is a weekly conversation designed to help you think and laugh and keep your eyes on Jesus. If you haven't already, subscribe today so you don't miss a single episode. And find out more about our show at familylife.org.
We're giving out smiles that you can wear all day. This is Rise Up on Family Life.
Oh, it's one of the fruits of the Spirit. But is it one we feel all the time? Peace. Looking today at peace and courage.
Well, I heard a message recently from a pastor that talked about that. And many times, we have this, Christians, we always say like, okay, we're going to pray about it. And we pray that you get a peace about your decision.
Peace. It's always a peace. Yes, it is.
It's like, I need a peace, or I need peace about this decision.
I know.
And many times it goes against what might make sense to people. But, okay, a peace, even though what people are saying, do this, do this, do this. And we decide we're going to do this, which is opposite. But we have a peace about it. So we know that's the way to go. But that word courage in the middle, peace, sometimes you can have, I think, and I don't know, I could hear another side of this. You could have fear in the midst of peace. Fear of making a decision.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And there'd be fear about making a decision to do something. It's like, oh, I don't know if we should do that. But then somehow God gives you a peace about it. Doesn't mean you're totally relaxed and feel like you're on summer vacation.
Right.
It's like, oh, yes, it's going to be wonderful. No, you can still, I think, have a little bit of fear involved, and you need some courage. Courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is finding that fear and going through it. But God gives you this, the beyond your understanding. Yeah. Peace beyond your understanding. And many times that is. So, yeah, I don't know. When I heard that message, it's like I never thought of peace and I need courage because, if I have peace, I don't need courage because I'm peaceful.
Right.
Well, peaceful doesn't just necessarily mean relaxed and, again, like out on vacation and no worries in the world.
I want to quote John Wayne.
Okay.
They say, he said, courage is being scared to death, but saddling up anyway.
There you go.
I mean, John Wayne would say that,
Yeah,
saddle
he would.
up. But that's a great point. And I'm actually thinking about in the Bible that there are all kinds of places, it seems to me anyways, where people have to do things scared. Like they're not thrilled out of their minds and peaceful in their emotions about what God might have called them to do, but they're doing it because it's faithful. I mean, I'm thinking about Daniel, and he was thrown to the lions because he obeyed God. Was he peaceful? I guess we don't know his emotional state. He was at peace in the fact that he chose to follow God, but maybe his emotions didn't feel too peaceful. And really, you could go on and on with examples of people in the Bible who did really tough things, even though maybe we might not know what their emotions were, but we know what their choice was. And I do think that that's an important distinction, that peace, the emotion, might be absent when I'm acting out of peace, the fruit, right? Because peace is a fruit of the Spirit.
Right.
It comes from outside of us. It's not just an emotion that is inside of us. Maybe you've got to act in peace, the fruit of the Spirit, even if you don't have peace, the emotion of the body that feels nice and we'd like to have it, but we don't always.
Right. Yeah. We think of, at least I do sometimes, to think of peaceful as just relaxed. And it's like, oh, this is so great. I just know this is the way to go. Many times in decisions, this also comes up to me when you have a decision, let's say between two things, could be more than two things, or maybe I'll throw out an example of, I have a job situation or a school decision to make. Like, where am I going to go to school?
Right.
Or which job am I going to take if you're blessed enough to have a couple of different offers? And you always say like, I want to make the right decision. I want to have a peace about this, whatever decision I make. And there's the truth to that. You do want to make the right decision. So many people are afraid of, I'm going to miss God if I make the wrong choice in a certain situation. I need a peace about it. My feeling is if you indeed prayerfully go before God and say, God, I want to do whatever you want to do, whatever you want. God, I don't want to miss your will. I want to do it. So God, I'm giving this to you. And I think that when you give a situation to God and not make your own decision, God will bless whichever decision you make if you've given it to him first.
That's
not
good.
just like, oh, I'm looking for the most peaceful way out, or I'm looking for the, whichever situation looks good for me and my family. I mean, it's like you need to make a decision and give it to God, and whichever way you decide to go, that God will bless whatever you've given to him in prayer.
And about those decisions too, emotions aren't the main point of how we make the decision.
Right.
And I don't say that at all to discount the fact that God really can provide amazing peace. Even like you were saying, Steve, he can give peace about things that don't look like they make sense. You know that, only maybe you know that, and God know that in your particular situation. So don't let me discourage that. But it is a great reminder too that peace is not primarily just an emotion. It's not the only way we're led just because it feels good. It feels maybe easy. That might not be the only way God's leading us.
Right.
Peace is bigger than that. Peace could be, I don't feel great, but you know what? I know it's the right decision.
You said the word easy, and that's really what I was getting to the whole time. And that many times we look at peace equals easy. No. Sometimes we do.
It'd be nice.
It'd be nice, yeah, because as human beings, we want the easy way out. And I cannot speak from experience in this situation, but what I think about are, individuals or groups or couples that go on the mission field to another country.
Oh, yeah.
Like countries that don't have any of the things that we are blessed with in America, and it's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy, but they have a peace about going when they have a decision to go. Yeah, nothing easy about it, but that courage that you have to go through something. Yeah, there's a little bit of fear involved, and it's not an easy decision, but it's a peaceful decision, and that's a big difference, as you said, between easy and peaceful.
We might not know what God has planned for today, but we're going to face it together. This is Rise Up on Family Life.
Yeah, we're just looking for breakfast items that would make us say, that's weird.
Hi, this is Margaret, and I'm from Chilocca, Pennsylvania.
All right, so what have you had for breakfast that'll make us say those words?
My most recent is pickle pizza.
Steve, I think we're going to go with it.
Pickled pizza?
Pickle pizza.
Okay. That's weird.
It's fantastic. It has to be dill pickles, and actually, no joke, it is Pittsburgh pickles.
Pittsburgh pickles.
Is this a thing? Pittsburgh pickle pizza? Is that done?
Yes.
Preposterous.
Peculiar, I say.
Well, you made us say, wow,
that's weird.
Thanks.
Good morning. My name is Susan, and I live in Binghamton, New York. Okay. Well, I didn't have it this morning, but I like to eat cold, leftover chicken wings.
I think that gets, that's weird.
It is weird. I don't take them to work. I eat it in the privacy of my own home.
That's safer. That is safer that way. You don't get weird glances.
You just decide to tell live radio so that everybody can hear about it all at once. That's all.
Well, thanks for making us smile and making us say, that's weird.
That's weird. Have a great day.
You're not late. You're right on time, and we're glad you're here. This is Rise Up on Family Life.
Do it in the correct order to get it right, according to the experts. Okay, your first thing in the morning here, perhaps for you, and you're getting ready to go into the bathroom and brush your teeth.
There you go.
Now, what's the right order as far as the brushing, the flossing, the rinsing, all this kind of stuff with the mouthwash? According to the experts, here's what they say you should do. Okay. You should do your mouthwash first. Because overnight you sleep and you have a lot of things that are like bacteria-like that aren't good, and so you need to get rid of those. So you mouthwash first, then you floss, and then you brush.
Then you floss. I would have done flossing like last. I probably would have done that in the opposite order. Whoops.
Or like a lot of people, you might have just forgotten the flossing. But anyway, a lot of people do the mouthwash last after they do the other things. Sure. But no, the experts say it's better to do the rinse, the mouthwash, the rinse, the floss, and then the brush.
How about that?
You know, it's an easy way to remember that.
How's that? What?
It's rinse, floss, and brush. It's only 3 words. Come on, people. You got to remember it's only 3.
We love it even more than bacon. That's a lot. You're listening to Rise Up on Family Life.
Here's a great word. I love this. It's a made-up word, but it's really good. It's really good. So picture deja vu. You know, deja vu, feeling like you remember something that's happened before, but it hasn't. Mm-hmm. How about this? It's made up, but I love it. Deja-vu. Deja-vu like perfectly captures this obscure emotion. Deja-vu means the awareness that the present moment will become a memory. The awareness that the moment you're in, it's going to become a memory. And like, I know you felt that before, Daewoo, or if you haven't, maybe you'll be on the lookout for it to come. Like Daewoo is maybe you're watching friends laugh, or you see a smile on the face of someone. It's a smile that hasn't been there in long enough, and you just see it and you think, that's a moment. This is going to be important to me for a long time. That's Daewoo. It's like this not so old phrase that goes, I wish there was a way to know you were in the good old days before you actually left them. Let's not let this Daewoo go by. Maybe these are the good old days, the moments that'll become memories eventually. It's the Daewoo, so don't miss it.
May the blessings of the Lord be with you in all that you do today. This is Rise Up on Family Life.
Check today's mail. I checked today's mail already. Went up and got the mail, and here is a little bit wet. It was rainy out there. A little bit. We have a letter. A letter from what's it say here? From Noah's Ark.
Day 41 on the Ark. When Shem and Ham and I built this boat with Dad, I gotta admit, I didn't know if she was seaworthy. Now, with a worldwide flood on our resume, I'm pretty sure we could go into business. Noah and Sons. Of course, we'd only be building for family at the moment. We still can't go outside. You could say it's a little soupy out there. And the chickens aren't the only ones feeling cooped up. The giraffes, though, they're just really glad it finally stopped raining. We'll take taller ceilings into account next flood. Oh, wait. If I'm honest for a second, I know we've been saved by God, but is the world ever really gonna stop being the world? Seems like no matter what God does to rescue us, we always end up in deep water again. This is what I keep telling myself. One day, we won't need an ark. We'll be with God Himself. If life in this flood has taught me anything, it's that storms come for seasons, but God is our refuge forever. And it's a good thing, too, because I don't think I was meant to be a kangaroo catcher. Charlie, come on, Charlie, get off. No, get over here.